Everything's true. God's an astronaut. Oz is over the rainbow. Midian is where the monsters live. Share the power.
We're committed to this shit now.
It looks like he may commit suicide. Suicide is badass.
Shut up, all of you! I know what's happening out there. Out there, outside the ark. But it's out there. We are safe. Nothing can touch us. God has ordained this is consecrated. We are safe in this place.
Lance, can't you see the greatness in me? I'm female and male, man and woman.
I'm better than you are! Yeah, but don't you understand something? You're only half of each. I'm a whole man. So if you'll excuse me, I don't have a lot of time here. I gotta save the world.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
people.
Eh.
Okay.
What kind of a greeting's that, Phoenix?
What?
Eh,
It's a good one, hey.
are you
First thing I gotta
Canadian
point out
now?
is this $2 donation. Thanks, Roadkill. Thanks a lot. For $2, you get this shitty little clip. Well, actually, you get this for $1, but you know.
You want to-
Well, since it's $2. Okay, who we got now?
Charlie.
Of course, we have Lilith. We have her on both YouTube and Rumble doing the pug dance. We got my Rumble bot here to annoy the shit out of people, so I don't have to as much. We have Maject, which Maject is also on screen right down there. The one that goes eh.
Eh.
We have Roadkill, the big spender. No, seriously, thanks for donation. I don't care if it's 2 cents. It's, support is support. We have Midnight Ladybug. Hello,
Hi,
all.
Ladybug.
And we have Charlie Nuclear.
Hey, Charlie.
I hope everybody's weekend went well.
Mine went pretty well. Seen a groundhog.
You did what?
Seen a groundhog.
Oh. Well, I sold a puppy today to these two nice little old ladies, and they loved her. So now we have 4 little puppies. And believe it or not, they did not take Small and Feisty. Nope. They took one of the bigger females.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get my hair under some kind of control. I not members. I think it was Eat the Bunny or Drown the Bunny. It had eggs.
It was, you got it. Well, you do both. You eat the rabbit and you eat the eggs.
Wait, are you talking about Easter here?
Yeah.
Well, it's a pagan holiday that was adopted by the Christians. They tried to co-opt every pagan holiday to grow the popularity of Christianity. That's what happened. The rabbit has to do with fertility, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a symbol for Ostara.
Yeah, which translated is the word for Easter. It means Easter. Now, of course, some people would get on here and be like, "Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. You better say different." Fuck those motherfuckers.
Uh-huh. But
Goddamn big mouths.
Ostara had little chicks and rabbits for fertility.
I had somebody. I brought up something about Native American heritage, which I have, and I have a lot of. For that matter, I've been given the title of medicine man and given the sacred pipe. But I was advising someone who asked, and I had this motherfucker bark at me, tell me I better correct myself. like he's the all-knowing God on it. Fuck that bullshit. God damn fuck that bullshit. I'm telling you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck that bullshit. I will not be barked at.
Me either.
Goddamn child. So you can straight the hell off with that.
Well, I won't be barked at unless it's by small and feisty. I've learned to tolerate it from her because, well, she's small and she's feisty. Yeah, Lilith is right. The tree was also stolen from the Yule festivals.
The Yule log.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
But yeah. I don't know. It's just stupid.
What?
I mean,
I know everything's stupid, but
every crowd's got this one person in the crowd that thinks they know everything, and I
know it all. That wants to shout people down.
Yeah.
The all-knowing authority that cannot be wrong.
Yeah, I hate that shit too.
I think my cat noticed my picture on the screen. She has his face right up to it, trying to get me out.
You got a weird ass relationship with that cat, Finn.
We're on YouTube. You cannot show your pussy.
That's what I'm telling him. He's got a weird relationship with it or something. I mean, no, Phoenix. No.
It's an actual cat.
I know, but still. That's a weird cat anyway. It's just weird. I mean, all cats are kind of strange anyway, but some of them are just weird. You know, they're weird for even cats.
Well,
they're just weird for even cats.
Well, they're nice cats, so I like them.
Oh, well, the thing is you got one, nobody ever sees it. Who the fuck knows where it goes?
Yeah, Bridget doesn't let that one in the house anymore.
Well, no wonder, because he's worse than the rest of them. Lilith is right. Most of the time, the orange cats are the weird ones.
Yeah.
It's true. They're weird, and I don't know why. They can be born with the same parents, and if one of them's orange, that one cat's gonna be the weird ass shit you don't want to go to sleep to within the house.
Well, you know, gooning is a big thing amongst these YouTubers or YouTube viewers. I don't know, but I ran into something that is. When I hear it and when I hear them all going on about gooning, it makes me think of this video clip I have ready. Hopefully, YouTube will not have a fit for me showing it, but we'll see. Dedicated to all you viewers out there.
You know what it was, Ladybug. You know what it was. I'm not gonna say what it was. We all know what it was. Oh my god. That was funny. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. But I got curious and I started to look into you know how Toasty has her swimsuit model fashion shows and stuff. I tried to find some gothic fashion shows. And do you know I could not find a damn thing? Nothing. And I looked for quite a while.
You
I
would have
looked.
thought that would have been popular.
Yeah, I thought it might have been popular too, but nope. I couldn't find a damn thing on it. And then I went to see if I could find some steampunk fashion shows. Nope. Nope. Couldn't find that shit neither. So then I thought, okay, I'll look for punk fashion shows because I know they used to have them. Nope. Nothing. Made me mad.
Well, you know, this is because they're trying to make beauty a thing of the past. They want everyone to be round and look like a butch lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either. I mean, the whole point of those kinds of shows is to showcase art, their art, because clothing is just as much an art as anything else.
We have Mikey. Unfortunately, it doesn't show the emojis.
Yeah.
Funny word, but anyway, it doesn't show the emojis.
Mikey,
you can
missed
imagine the kind of stuff he'd be doing.
Mikey missed the clip. Mikey missed the clip. Dan taints your view. What? What did he say? Mikey said,
I think
yeah.
that when Dan comes on here, the views go down. They usually go up when he comes on here, but you know, basically the rest of us can sit back for a minute, you know, take a breather while he's going, hey, blah 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 blah, blah. which is all right. You know, I'm not saying it's bad.
You know, I think Dan would make a real good auctioneer. Think about it. He'd make a great auctioneer. But yeah, when Dan comes on here, I can go feed the dogs and let them out to go potty and get me something to drink and all that stuff. Oh, Mikey said, oh no, he will blow your fucking ears out.
We don't play the games that you and Dan played together. We don't do that kind of thing here.
What's this now?
He's getting his ears blown by him.
That's a thing?
I don't know. Ask him. Ask him.
Okay. I know I'm old, but I just don't see the appeal for that.
Well, I don't know. You've heard that song Lust for Life, where the singer, he goes, I've had it in the ear before. Maybe it's that kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't even want to know. I mean, ooh.
Well, I don't really care if I do have the whole LGBTQ blah 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 plus on my panel, as long as they're saying fuck the wokeism, as long as they're saying that and taking up for what's good. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gay people and people like that, like me, that think the
See.
whole woke shit is
See.
bullshit.
We here, unlike Mikey, are not homophobic. We're not scared of them. I mean, maybe one left you too raw one night. I don't know where your fear comes from. But we do not fear them because we do not participate in such games as you may do.
Noise, could you imagine if you were a psychiatrist? Oh my fucking god. You would make people so fucking pissed off and mad and everything else, but then they walk out of your office and then they think about it a minute and they go, that motherfucker was right.
Well, yeah, you know, if people will let their anger subside, they generally find that I'm right. And, you know, of course, anybody will say that because of ego, right? But no, it's genuinely true. Of course, no one's going to believe that. I'll give you some time to think on it.
Smart ass. Oh, you're such a smart ass. But that's like, you could tell me something and it'd make me so mad.
Well,
I could.
He says you don't fear them because you love being around them. Yeah, to keep your ass away.
It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job to keep noise safe. To keep noise safe from the LGBTQ community. Do you know how big of a job it is? Me and Phoenix all the time has to keep noise safe from the LGBTQ community because they're all after him all the fucking time. It's a nightmare.
It's my titties. That's
What
why.
titties? You ain't got no
Look.
titties.
Look, they jiggle a little. See, just a little bit.
Where?
There.
Oh, please. No one wants to be the flag guy straight in front.
All right, look, no one's coming after your job. You don't worry, no one's coming after your job.
Oh my goodness. Are you leaving, Mikey?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh,
He was scared away by homos.
Yeah. He's afraid the gays gonna get him.
oh wait. I almost he might have a night job or something. I don't know.
No, that's projecting. That is projecting.
That's the epitome of projecting. He's so funny. He's so funny. Lilith said he looked in mirrors. Oh Lord, what would we do without our chat? I swear they are some funny people. I swear, every damn one of them are funny as hell. They could get a job in comedy. Well, no, I would say they could get a job in comedy, but not these days. Not these days. Because they would be in prison because of the Phoenix.
All right, look, if you're waiting for the gay scene to shut the fuck up, you're never going to stream.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Ah.
Phoenix, why are you drinking on a Monday night?
To make it more fun.
Oh Lord, Goon Gaming is just a hoe.
Yeah, That's what he's doing while he's waiting to stream.
That's just nasty. You know, out of all the clips that you have, even the weird ones, I think that Nutella clip for me is the worst because all I see is that idiot smearing himself with shit. I know that's probably not what it is, but in my mind, that's what it is. I can't help it.
Well, I think if it weren't for my nasty clips, I would have nobody watching. I mean, sure, there's a lot of people go, "Ew, it's nasty, don't show it, don't show it." But before I had those clips, there was no one there to say don't show it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see something, it's like, and I know I'm not gonna like it, I just do this. That's all I do. Pug dance.
Wait. I'm projecting. I wasn't even speaking on it, so
Mm.
he must be done with his Nutella.
Yeah, I guess so.
His Nutella.
Oh no! Don't encourage him, Lilith. Don't encourage him, Lilith.
Okay, I know. I'll make one about the miracles of Christ.
Yeah, I'll not be party to that one either. Oh, Lilith asked you something, Noise. Did you see it yet, or okay?
Okay. Well, I have more audience on Rumble, but if you want to help the algorithm, only YouTube counts the chats, I believe. I don't even believe Rumble has an algorithm, but YouTube does count the amount of chat messages. Therapy is needed after every stream. That's how you know it's a success.
Yeah, that's like when bands go to play at a concert or something. If they're sober, the show's not going to be worth a shit. They got to get drunk first or high or whatever they do. If they come out about half drunk, the show's going to be good. Everybody's going to be happy. That's the way it works for musicians anyway.
Oh, I didn't even notice, but Dan had sent $2 as well.
Yeah, we're getting rich.
I don't know what it's like, 2 here, 2 there. You know, I mean, I play this clip for $1 or $2, right? I'll play a better one for $5. No, but I'm not complaining. Like I said, any support is good support.
I thought about getting the puppies and playing the Godzilla music. And the 2 smallest female puppies like to fight a lot. They're getting kind of vicious. So I thought about playing the Godzilla music and putting them together and watching them and filming them fight each other and putting it on Rumble and seeing what happens. Oh no, the Mortal Kombat music. Yeah, that would be better. I thought that's what I thought. And I think it would be cute because they're small and they're feisty.
Yeah. You should put up little tiny toy buildings for them also.
Yeah, make a whole scene with it, you know. That's what I thought. I think it'd be cute. Especially small and feisty. She jumps.
it's a Monday, and I didn't prepare a lot of good material. Here's the thing: Toasty usually streams every day, and I think since she's not streaming, a lot of people that would be there are coming here, and here I am going, what the fuck you want? I got nothing for you. But here we are. Let's go. Or as they like to say, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I mean, when I was a teenager, I had these friends, if you can call them that, more like a bunch of thugs. But anyway, every time somebody say, where you going? And they'd be like, to hell if I don't change my ways. That was the go-to answer there. I don't think that's changed.
You're not wrong, Lilith. Small and feisty usually wins. And she likes to bite her dad on his no-no place all the time.
That's her fatality.
Yeah. And she doesn't care how much he yells or snaps at her. Oh, no, she doesn't care. She hangs on for dear life, and he'll drag her across the floor. It will be a miracle if we ever have any more puppies ever again.
No, what I was speaking on earlier is this motherfucker barking at me like he was the authority and the only one that could have knowledge on something. I didn't even argue back because I do have a tendency to lose a little bit sometimes. And I didn't want to come off as looking like the asshole. And I knew the moment I argued back, I would be painted. Everybody would be like, oh, look, he's doing it again. So I just let it go. Still pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
I still will not tolerate it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you get people like that they've just got to be right no matter what, even if they're 100% wrong, and rather than fight with them and shit like that, just to fucking ignore them if you can.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, I'm sure you run into people like that at your job, Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, all the time, every day.
Don't it make you want to pick up a saw and do some weird Dexter shit?
Yeah, I just put in my headphones and turn the music all the way up. You can't hear anything they say.
Yeah.
Just do your job and go on about your day.
I prefer to live as a peaceful person, and I don't need shit like that setting me off.
Why you let those? Oh God, Charlie! Why Charlie said? Why you let people squeeze your juice?
On the internet, you could go back and forth and scream at each other, and it accomplishes nothing. Best thing to do is go, fuck you, cut you off. That's it.
Yeah.
It accomplishes nothing.
That reminds me, what Charlie said reminds me of this. You know who I'm talking about. They used to do vape reviews. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Let me taste your juice.
Yeah. That one. I haven't seen them in forever though.
They had went to I don't know, seems like it may have been Italy or some other country to fight for the rights of vaping, basically.
Oh,
and after that, I don't know what they did after that. That was the last I knew.
That was back when vaping was new, and
that was around the time that they were trying to wipe it out entirely. And I honestly believe if the Democrats had stayed in power, they would have.
Oh yeah. I remember when I was watching it somewhere, but anyway, I can't remember exactly where the Surgeon General, when Trump was president the first time, they all got a bunch of people and went into his office and was trying to get him to outlaw vaping. because they swore that the
I never vaped. It shows.
they went into his office and they were trying to get vaping banned because they were saying that
I used to smoke a lot, and in my case, I can't speak for everyone because I'm not an asshole that acts like I'm the authority on all goddamn knowledge in existence. But in my case, it's very much so cheaper to vape.
well, they all went into Trump's office trying to get vaping banned because they said that the kids were doing it. And Trump just looked at him and he said, even if I ban this, they're still going to do it. They're still going to be able to get it. It's not like they can't get it on the black market or something. He said it's basically the same thing as kids swapping mixtapes. And he wasn't wrong.
I mean, kids even now are smoking, so they can get cigarettes, they can get vapes.
Oh yeah, I remember part of the argument, which wasn't really an argument because I let it go, but I was saying that the Native American ways, to my knowledge, was not a religion.
Yeah.
They got really upset about that. They said, yes, it is a religion. I said, it's a way of life. And they said, that makes it a religion. Well, I suppose people in the military, that's their religion then, right? Do you consider that a religion? Because, you know, for most of them, once they're in it, that's with them forever and it becomes a way of life. But no, just to confirm what I thought I knew, I went and did some research and I was right. Big surprise. But anyway, go ahead and continue.
But, you know, he basically said
spirituality is not religion. God damn. It is common sense.
I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Mm. Well, I mean,
ahead.
that's like Catholicism and all that stuff. That is a religion. But there's a lot of Catholics out there that don't practice the religion, but they still live it every day. You know, they're not going to church all the time, but they're generally doing.
Buddhism itself is not considered a religion, but there are many religious practices based on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always liked Buddhism. I don't know a whole lot about it, but from what I do know about it, I like it.
I want to go to a Buddhist temple. And I have one reason for wanting to go. I want to take my pugs. I do. I want to take my pugs and want to sit them on those little pillows up at the front of the temple and watch everybody. I want to see my pugs worshipped.
Yeah.
Hey, they were meant to be worshipped. That's their whole premise to begin with.
Yeah, don't they have that Buddha symbol on their forehead?
Yep. Well, no, it's not Buddha, it's Prince. That's what that marking means in Chinese.
Okay. Yeah, that was close.
But one of my pugs wouldn't work well with others. And a Fizgig wouldn't work well with others. Unless they gave her chicken.
Yeah, or cookies.
No, not no more. It's got to be chicken.
Ah, okay.
Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
So worried.
What the hell was that?
originally it was an interview with this actor, actor mostly known from the 80s. I don't remember his name, but he had gotten kind of bonkers, and they just put the Snow White imagery to it.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gary Busey. I think that's who that is. He did get bonkers. I mean,
I think that clip is very fitting.
don't you insult Fitzgibbon's chicken. She won't eat vegetables. Oh no, it's got to be meat all the time. Meat. Just meat. No vegetables. No anything else. Meat. And if you feed her vegetables, she will spit them out and snort at you like you have done her a great disservice.
Well, you have.
I know. She's royalty and she knows it. I blame myself. I blame myself.
Yeah. I know Bridget has her favorites. Like if I cook like a steak I get on like that's on sale, that's her favorite over anything else is a steak. I'll give her a bite and she loves it.
Just to talk for a second, not long, on the Mercanti lawsuit. Now, this isn't a whole article because it's paywalled off, or it was. But it was when I bookmarked it. But anyway, they're saying Alyssa Mercanti's lawsuit just got nuked. Well, the context of this is basically that everything that she claimed, they said she said about herself first. Well, a reasonable-minded person would be thinking, yeah, they nuked her lawsuit because they answered everything because she said it first. But unfortunately, it's a female and Democrat judge that primarily takes on cases about women and children. And the law works how the law wants to work. These people coming forth was like, it's nuked, it's done, that's it, we've won. When you're in court, you all get fucked. No lube. You all get fucked.
Yeah.
That's court. I don't think many of these people have been to court before.
Well, until the opposite side gets the damn paperwork that says in writing that the lawsuit has been dismissed, it has not really been dismissed. It's just going through some changes. You know what I mean?
And of course, there she says that when asked, how did you get into the gaming industry? She answers that she sucked dick. Of course, her lawsuit was like, he said that I had sucked, and it's like, and they're like, well, you said it. Here's the proof. But law is complex, so complex it can be twisted to your liking. That's the reason why lawyers have law books. They have walls and walls of them, because they twist it up so much that anything can be made to work for you or against you.
Well,
and then in the end, it's up to the judge.
Well, the thing is a good lawyer will have teams of people combing through those books to find any kind of loophole they can find, and then they give those findings to the lawyer, which takes it to court.
It's like Lilith says, but I'm sure she has no case. Will it be fair? We will see. Law is not fair. For that matter, the judge can say, I don't care what the law says. Here's my ruling. I've been to court enough times, and I studied the law. And I'm not saying I'm a lawyer or any such thing, but I got a fairly good grasp on it in my time. it can be twisted many ways, and in the end, it's up to the judge's discretion. I would say nothing about law is fair. It is the embodiment of unfair. And I think, like, Smash JT's, he's trying to be hopeful, trying to see the brighter outcome, but he's going, we just smashed this and that's it. And I don't think these people have been to court before. Not an ongoing case. They haven't.
Well, my thing is this. If I was a judge and I had this case, I would be going, oh, Lord have mercy. For one, I'd tell them to get the hell out of my courtroom and come back presentable.
Talk about motherfucking Marilyn Transon.
Yeah. But for another...
That's her lawyer. That is her lawyer.
Jesus Christ. Have some kind of decorum, dear Lord. But I would say, okay, I want everything that you have posted to this woman. And I would say to her, I want everything you posted to them, to him. And
well, yeah, that's doing your due diligence and doing discovery. And before it goes to court, each side has to tell them every bit of evidence they've gathered. That's the way it. If your lawyer's worth a shit, he will file a motion for discovery to get every bit of evidence they're going to use, and they get every bit of evidence you're going to use.
Yeah. But the thing about it is for one, I would be mad to begin with if they wasted my goddamn time with this petty bullshit. When there's murderers and all manner of bullshit that needs precedence. Oh no, I've got to waste my time with this petty bullshit. I would be mad. I'd throw them both out.
You see this creature that's representing her.
Yeah.
Let me just go over here for a moment and point out some of the things that it has said. If we assume the judge is discounting things I say, should I take on less responsibility, at least visibly? That is, let's say if I were a white cishet, what the fuck ever that is, man, I'd be making an opening argument. Should we consider giving that role to a white cishet man? Goddamn. Anyway, on the team. So the judge is more receptive. And it goes on, but I'll just read the highlighted parts. I'm a fucking fierce ass advocate. What lawyer speaks that way? And they continue to go, cishet white man. Now, unfortunately, the judge they have might buy into this, whereas no judge should ever buy into this insanity. But the thing is they knew how to pick them. They paired such a lawyer with such a judge. So I would say Smash JT is going to come out of this burned at least a little one way or another. And hence we all will, because this judgment will be used, be cited in other cases when other streamers get sued.
Okay.
It will set precedents.
If I may say something, if I was the judge and I saw this, I would be highly fucking offended. Why? Because they wouldn't have confidence in me to maintain the decorum of the court.
Oh, read this. I am a gender non-conforming penis having. Then it goes on. Penist, penile, like they're confused on which term to use. Transgender lawyer in a small litigation department. Generally, our cases are staffed by 2 to 4 lawyers. But anyway, this person's bonkers.
Yeah. It's sad when life becomes parody. Like, feels like satire.
The thing is I would be highly offended. It's like, okay, you're saying this shit. You think I cannot be a fair and just judge in this case. I quit. And then I would send the hanging judge in there. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I'll just send my friend, who's a hanging judge, in to hear this bullshit.
Now, assuming that shirt is not a mock-up, she takes a picture of herself wearing a shirt that says, Alyssa Mercanti just DM'd my wife, which is what she did to him. She contacted his wife, stirring up trouble, and then sued him. And now she's pouring salt into the wound. She's mocking him on top of it. She's so sure of herself because of this pairing of Marilyn Transon and the female Democrat judge.
Yeah. Well, if I was Smash's lawyer, I mean, I don't know if they can request a change of judge now since it's went on for a while, but that's what I would do. You know,
see what she wrote here.
Yeah.
Happy International Whores Day. And then she goes on to claim that she used to be a cam girl and sex work is work. Yeah, you're working something, but you know.
This is insane. And to my understanding,
how are you gonna say there's a lot of people out there who will go, we don't need to demonize sex work. We need to let whores be whores. Oh, you know, actually they won't call them whores. That's my point. She is both calling herself a whore and saying support sex work. So it just sounds like she.
I think you froze.
Uh-oh. You froze, Noise.
Yeah, my camera crashed. I'll fix it, but go ahead, talk.
Well, you know, she's gonna, I mean, I'm not advocating anything like this, but she's gonna run into the wrong person one of these days, and it's not gonna end well for her at all. She needs to be careful how she treats people. She wants people to treat her one way, but she's terrible to everybody else. I mean, of course people are going to get mad.
Look, to tell you the truth, that's how your average younger female acts. She's not that young, but to me, she's still on the young side. I think it's a generational thing. I think it's the way they've been raised up these days. I'm not trying to insult females. I'm insulting the generations and the methods in which they were raised.
But isn't she putting a lot of different people on this lawsuit now?
No, it's still just Smash JT, but multiple names have been cited on it. That she's trying to make a case for a harassment campaign, acting like Smash brought these people together to attack her.
Oh, okay, I see. Because, I mean, I know she was going after Toasty for a while. And why Toasty? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, once you try to sue somebody in a different country, I would imagine there's a lot of hurdles, and it might not even be possible. I'm not entirely clear on that one.
Well, it's not possible unless.
You see that? You can sue me for my dookies. I shit gladly at her stupid face. yeah, do that. Yeah.
You can sue somebody in a different country, but unless it's a federal thing, not much is going to come of it because, I mean, they're in a different country. And they're not going to pay the money to extradite you to the United States unless it's like a government kind of a thing or something like that, to my knowledge.
Oh, as it says here, justice is blind. But like I said, everybody gets burned when you go into such a court case as this. Yeah. But I honestly feel because of it's a woman judge and they're a Democrat that Smash will get burned the worst. Yes, I want to be hopeful. I want to be optimistic. Sure, I do. But court is the wild, wild west. And the odds have already been stacked against them.
Well, I mean, a lot of it, and I hate to say this, but a lot of it is just going to depend on how the damn judge is feeling that day.
Now, I do have access to the entire papers and all, the ones that's been released to the public anyway. But I'm not going to sit and go through it for a handful of audience that will be bored to fucking tears.
Yeah, I mean, because you and me could sit here and pick apart this damn thing till the cows come home, and it's not going to matter too much. I mean, what's the point? Because who knows how it's going to, well, I kind of got an idea how it's going to turn out, but I hope I'm wrong.
Oh, it says there, Lilith says here, needs to make Supreme Court then. Well, that's not likely to happen unless some big money interest or a politician took up a cause of the case personally. It will likely never see a Supreme Court.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a small claims thing, unless she's trying to make it a class action lawsuit. If she's trying,
not to my knowledge, but I don't know. It's a defamation lawsuit, essentially.
Yeah. But if she tries to make it a class action kind of a thing, then more people would be involved, and it may very well go to a higher court, but I doubt it, you know.
I don't know how she could make it a class action thing. I don't, see a path forward for that.
Well, that's why I was wondering, because she mentioned other people in the lawsuit, and I'm going, okay, is she trying
the class action would be if her and 100 of her friends said, we need to fix the internet, in which case they couldn't make it against all of us anti-woke people. They would have to make it against internet regulation laws.
Yeah. And the thing is I'm betting that's what they tried to do in the beginning, and they couldn't get nothing done, so they went after somebody.
Wouldn't that be interesting if they made her the judge?
Yeah.
I'd pay money to see that.
Look, I know there's some people out there that think Lilith is not a woman, but I have met a good many women that had these voices, that didn't sound like women. Maybe you haven't. I have. I mean, I'm not going to make the claim either way, but I'm saying it's very possible.
Well, I mean, even, let's say, for speculation purposes, that Lilith was a male. Who gives a shit? She's not there. She's not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? So fuck them.
Well, it's like I was saying earlier, even if I had a screen full of LGBTQ people here, as long as they were saying fuck the woke shit and yay for the good shit, I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I keep trying to tell people there's a lot of people in the gay community that thinks all this woke shit is bullshit, and they'll be quick to tell you that they think all that shit's bullshit. They think it's horrible. Because the woke shit that's going on isn't just hurting people like us. Oh no, it's hurting them too, because it's taking away the fucking art. It's taking away the music, the art, the creativity, everything. You can't say certain things anymore. You can't express
Taking
yourself.
away comedy for sure.
Yeah. I mean, so there you have it. The woke shit is not just hurting people like everybody that watches this stream and other streams like it. It's hurting the gay community too.
Look, in case my bots are not telling you so, if you're over on YouTube, hit that heart reaction button. It'll help with the algorithm, help with the channel. You can also, if you're not already over on Rumble, you can come over to Rumble where you can buy memberships, gift memberships, and do super chats to support us maniacs. Which a couple people already have. And I am very grateful, very thankful for that.
Never mind the calming music. We are still maniacs here. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
You know, some people might look at me and go, but you're so zen. You know, there's a fucking reason for that. I do that because I don't want to get how I can get. I want to stay here in the peaceful area.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of reminds me of the Hulk. You know, the Hulk is the Hulk. So that's why Banner tries to stay calm and all that stuff and stay out of all the bullshit. Yet they keep dragging him into the bullshit. It's not that he likes the bullshit. They keep dragging him into the bullshit. You know? What are you doing?
The cat's back looking at the theater screen again.
What do you do? You know, that's just weird. Nobody can see anything except you waving at something.
The cat's looking at the computer and it's trying to figure out what's going on there.
Oh, you just wait. You just wait till that cat jumps at the screen, and it will. Or it tries to lay on the keyboard, and it will.
Well, I brought him on the keyboard.
Time for a little comedy relief. You have to read the subtitles here.
Please don't touch my card no more. No more UID, come honey single guy. Today say bye bye, tonight I go cry cry. Cannot fuck me then go out the door. If we continue this love, baby, we won't have resolve. You love my guy named Justin Bieber. Okay.
Oh my goodness. You know what I could use right now?
What?
Some chicken fried rice
That would be good.
with some spicy kimchi. Oh, Phoenix, if you've never eaten kimchi, there's two kinds. There's the
Wait. You know a bitch named Kimchi?
I'm talking about fermented cabbage.
Don't call her that. I mean, goddamn. So what if she's Asian?
I don't care. Kimchi's good.
You don't care that? Have you no heart?
No.
You gonna take an Asian bitch and be like, I don't care, call her old rotten cabbage and eat her.
No. I was telling Phoenix how.
What?
Yeah.
That's not you're not helping matters.
Well, you let me finish. Look,
The fuck?
you got two kinds.
You shouldn't have started.
You got two kinds of kimchi. You got the mild, and then you got the spicy.
Oh goddamn! How bad is this gonna get?
That's what I'm telling you. It's good, especially if you put it into some wonton soup.
You nasty.
I'm not nasty. I'm talking about food.
Oh, now you're just gonna be like, no, she's not even rotten cabbage anymore. Now she's just food.
Yeah, we get how it is.
If I meet some Asian bitch named Kim, I'm gonna tell her to run from you.
Oh, I did not know that, Lilith. Really? Jesus Christ. Look at what Lilith said. Good Lord.
Just so you know, Lilith is not a fan of Jesus Christ.
Lilith said that.
She made kimchi with dead husband, and people will eat it. Ooh.
Oh. Jesus.
Cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice.
Cheese
Oh.
and rice.
Cheese
Lilith,
and rice.
if you want a really good bacon burger, cook your bacon first and crumble it up, and then make the patties. Put the bacon bits in the patties and then cook them, and then put you some smoked Gouda cheese on top of it. It's good stuff.
You know, I want to have buffalo burgers again. That's real good.
Good luck getting buffalo. Do you know how much that stuff costs?
A lot.
I do. It costs a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo is very expensive. Or bison, whichever one you want to call it. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I haven't had that since I've been to a powwow, and that's been years.
Oh yeah, I have. I don't know if I want to play this right now because it's like near 12 minutes worth. But Phoenix showed me what somebody found on YouTube. It's not nasty. It's funny. I thought it was funny anyway.
Phoenix.
Bitsy,
Yeah?
you told us that your town was going to kick you out forever, and you don't even seem upset about that.
They keep asking me to leave, and I didn't leave, and then they were going to tell me to kick out, and then I was going to be kicked out, and I was like, I don't want that to happen.
Why were they going to kick you out?
Because they don't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice.
What?
It's a long story. You wouldn't understand.
I'm really trying here.
If they had to kick you out because they didn't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice, we might have to kick you out if we don't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice.
Well, the one is the lemon, and then the other's like a liquidy juice. They kept saying that one came from the other, and that's horseshit.
Clearly, the juice comes from the lemon, but once you squeeze the juice out of the lemon, it
This is
stops
what
being
they
a lemon.
kept saying. That doesn't make any sense. I don't have any lemons on me, but if you squeeze that lemon in lemon juice, I wouldn't.
All right, when we get to Click Clock, I'm going to blow your mind.
So did any of you have a summer job when you were growing up?
Just one normal breakfast. That's all I want.
I used to work at a place called Quack Donald's, and there was this duck that came in. Flonald was his name. And he would stick his finger in and out of his belly button with a loud, squishy pop.
I'm going to be sick.
Over and over and over again as he went, I want the big and nasty. And I would say, Flonald, do you mean the big and tasty, sir? And he'd go, oh, no, the big and nasty. And so I would order him the big and tasty, and then I'd see him again the next day. That's how I paid for college.
You all look crazy. She's especially crazy. I kind of like it. What's your name, sweetheart?
My name's Peggy, and I'm single.
She says from behind the clown mask. You want me to take my clothes off so you can see what I'm packing? I'm going to leave the mask on, though.
Am I going to learn why they call you Peggy?
This metronome is just one extreme to the other. Jesus.
I take my clothes off.
You know, I'm not sure where you learned that this was a socially acceptable thing to do on a regular basis.
It's what I always say. They can put my clothes back on. They never do.
What's your name?
Pete Nut.
Oh my God! I think we might be related.
Oh, you're
I'm Hazelnut.
Hazelnut?
Oh my God!
Is Grandma Nut still alive?
She is, believe it or not. She's still kicking around.
Nothing can ever kill Grandma Nut.
And then there was that weird uncle that no one wanted to talk about. His name was Deez.
Dis nut.
Dis and D's, the twins, they were. Yeah, we don't talk about Dis and D.
Peanuts is pretty good, huh? Pete's not peanuts.
I feel scratchy.
It's delicious, the nut hair.
I can't breathe so good.
Oh no, EpiPens don't exist in this world. You're in trouble, Derek.
You feel your throat start to close up as your eyes start to water as your untested, very serious peanut allergy affects you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we have any. This is the way to solve this. I think Betsy's just gonna die here.
Bitsy, do I have permission to enter you?
You're the god of the universe. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna stick my frog tongue into Bitsy's throat and try and pry her throat open so she can breathe.
This isn't.
Ew.
She's just doing this.
It's not really doing anything.
You are choking and gagging on a frog tongue. Make a medicine check, actually, to see how well it works.
I almost rolled a chicken nugget.
You hear some heavy.
Okay, for anyone who's not clear, this is the result of them doing some tabletop kind of game and them having a lot of fun with it. And then they put animations to their recorded voices, which, you know, back when I would do these tabletop games, we would have fun with it like a motherfucker too.
This reminds me of. Oh, I'm sorry. This reminds me of Daxonar and Mikey.
Right, we have Wearing of Bly with a squirrel and some nuts.
These nuts.
Those nuts. Yeah, those nuts. It's not deep.
Just nut, these nuts.
Oh God, I can't see no more. I can't see. Oh no.
He's over there loving those nuts.
Yeah. I haven't even seen the one about the perverts in the walls yet.
Oh God. Ooh, it's hot in here. It's hot in here. Oh Lord have mercy.
You know, actually, what that makes me think of.
Oh no.
If I can find it.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, a clip I made to promote myself, which promoting myself on my own channel is kind of stupid, but anyway, listen to the line on it.
Watch this, you're gonna love my nuts. Watch this, you're gonna love my nuts. Watch this, you're gonna watch this. You're gonna watch this. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. You gotta go.
Watch this, you're gonna love my nuts. Pug queens like these nuts. Wait, look, I'm gonna play a little more of this. It goes on for a little while. Then we could comment on it and have fun, you know, after a couple minutes. Here we go. We're no Bly. I wish women would stop laughing at my nuts.
Yes, I've never had that problem before.
Oh my God.
Just smear them with peanut butter next time. They'll like them. Oh, but anyway. Peanut butter on nuts. That's nutting your nuts up. Nutting your nuts up to get a nut off.
What is wrong with you people?
You're
wrong?
nutting your nuts up with peanut butter on your nuts so you can get a nut off.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Stop it. Stop it. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it. You want me to hold my... What?
That, I'm betting, is how that damn chocolate cake bullshit got started. You got to thinking about it.
Look,
and you
I don't fuck
it.
I was drunk.
And I'm betting...
In those days, I barely had a sober day for a decade.
That's not my damn fault. It's your fault. Now, aren't you glad I watered down your whiskey?
I always had a lot more than just whiskey. I mean, at any point in time, I had an assortment of bottles to choose from. Plus, whoever would give me a drink, and everyone would give me a fucking drink.
Yeah, and if they didn't, you would steal it. You would go up to people, and if they didn't give you their drink, you would take it out of their hands and walk off with it. Like, what the hell are they supposed to do?
They're supposed to do something about it.
No.
Yeah. If they don't do something about it, that's them giving you permission to take it.
Also, it's no funny. I know a woman make it at sushi and make dog licks. So the dog licks the, It was embarrassed and surprised at the birthday party. There's actually a lot of women that do things with dogs, unfortunately. There's some that admit it and a lot that don't admit it, but I'm betting it's probably a fucking third of the women out there because, if you approach them in a fashion of going, no, that's okay, they'll admit it to you.
I'm hiding my dogs. I'm not, I don't want them around people no more.
You read that?
Watered down whiskeys is not nice. Yeah, I know it's not
and
nice.
And you better fucking remember it.
I know it's not nice, Lilith, but I was afraid he was going to get alcohol poisoning because he drank a lot.
Listen. Yeah, if I kept drinking, I would have probably poisoned the alcohol.
You know what? You have a very good point. I did not think about it like that. You probably would have poisoned the alcohol. But, oh, God. Ew. People that do that kind of thing with animals is just nasty. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Be breathing behind you by the door. You look back and you see two large frog eyes.
Oh my God! Close the door! There's a pervert!
Wait, pervert! We need to know what costumes are!
Oh, you mispronounced Toby.
No, she didn't.
Pervert's not even close.
Weirdly enough, it's not the first time I've had to yell that. If I had a nickel for every time I had to yell, close the door, there's a pervert, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened more than once.
So Toby's, oh, you're not going to go naked? You could go naked. I mean, just joking. Unless... Okay, we'll go. I don't dare lay eyes on him.
Oh, but you dare lay eyes on me while I'm in my towel?
Oh, yes.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm uncomfortable. I thought I was going to have a witty joust of words, and instead I'm just going to throw up.
We can still enjoy a witty joust. Oh, dears. It's Toady.
Did you personally prepare these?
Yes.
Oh, I shouldn't.
But you will.
Okay, just one.
Just shots of clam chowder.
It's like when we went out to eat lunch and I ordered soup and the chef came out to the table and he didn't ask anybody else how their food was, but he looked at me and he's like, "Do you like the soup?" No. Isn't it creamy?
No. Time out. This story is real, but Kelsey likes to make him sound like a pervert.
Well, was the soup good? It was actually.
Yeah, the restaurant was
I don't think it was supposed to be creamy, but it was good.
We'll unpack what's supposed to be creamy means in the Vanters and Chill. What's a Vanters and Chill, Andy?
Looks like a pathetic weasel. No offense. You're not a weasel. You're a lizard. Looks like a pathetic
I'm not
weasel.
even a mammal.
Yeah, cold-blooded. What's that now?
I'm cold all the time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It means he can't enjoy spicy food either.
Oh, no.
Why not?
Because only mammals are affected by capsaicin. You know what I'm saying?
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm more cold-blooded than the evening at Blue Jay Simpson's house.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
No, Mike. He's out of prison. We're in danger now.
We're in danger now.
What have you done?
You said that on the internet.
He's walking the streets right now, Mike.
When did Blue Jay Simpson get out of jail?
The feather doesn't fit you, Mr. Quick.
Wow. Oh, we're so dead. We're all gonna die.
Alexander Hamilton, why are there so many perverts in your mansion?
What do you mean? Like just my guests?
They're in the walls. They look through the eye holes and they stick things through the holes.
They peeked at us while we were sleeping and changing our clothes.
Yeah, they're under the floorboards. They took the door off. They looked at us while we were changing.
They tell us they've got sausage for us, but it's not really sauce.
I took a bite of one and it wasn't sausage at all.
What was it?
It was a penis.
I hope you spit it out.
No. I mean, eventually, but somebody's walking around with a bloody penis. Who's it going to be?
This is so dumb.
There's no other way to say this.
It was a penis. I hate this.
He's a magic wizard.
Okay. Okay then. Spit it out.
I guess you have to be sure.
You don't see a problem that wearing a blind is like, that's hot.
Oh God. Woo. Oh. Now. Anyway.
Lilith said it's like a man and woman play. This reminds her of playing tabletop games. I always try to be the most funny and be high as fuck. Back when, I played it when I was like a preteen maybe, or I don't know, somewhere in that age. Fucking early 90s. Damn, I don't even remember this point. But anyway, we were not high and drunk. But we had the most fun playing these games. Everybody's fucking ribs hurt after doing it. If you get the right mix chemistry of players to play a tabletop game, it will be the greatest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
Where do you people find this stuff at?
Hey, it's there. All you gotta do is look.
I did. I couldn't find anything except for that snatch clip that I sent Noise. He put the words to it.
I'm wondering if I should retire the pony and snatch clip. I mean, because it really fucks with some people's heads when I play it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could
I never played Magic the Gathering. I was more old school when Magic the Gathering came out. I kind of felt like it was the simplification, the oversimplification of D&D. And it was like for the next generation of dumb people, since they couldn't keep up with the more complex stuff. Now, that was just my personal take, and that take is from a long time ago. I've not really looked into it.
Well, I think Magic the Gathering.
I summoned fat leviathans up your butts. And here's Weirdo Bly with the rainbow ponies.
Well, about the rainbow pony, about the My Little Pony and the snatch clip, maybe you could only play them on special occasions and replace them with something.
What special occasion? What the fuck special occasion calls for that?
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to play it.
You could play it when
special occasion.
If you go through like a whole stream without getting any donations, then you can play it.
Yeah, I suppose that's one way to go about it.
But
give me the money or get the pony anus. I don't know, whatever, you know.
But you know, I've seen those My Little Ponies so much. I've started to feel sorry for them. And I know that sounds terrible, but it's true. I've started to feel sorry for those My Little Ponies. Oh, but do you remember that cat that had those kittens noise? And those two kittens
cats didn't do that.
No, but these were conjoined.
Yeah, I remember.
And they looked like those My Little Ponies. They did. They looked kind of like
had
that.
Kittens, right? They were still in the sack and they were suffocating. So we had to rip open the little sack. But the two little kittens, tiny, but they were conjoined like this. Like, you know, head here and head here.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, fuck, let them die. You know, they're not going to live. They're not going to live.
And they died shortly after.
Of course, you always get some motherfucker that might watch this and be like, it doesn't happen that way. God damn it, motherfucker, we were there. We know what we seen. So shut your goddamn mouth.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, if you...
And I'll be like, no, here's really what you seen. Let me explain it to you. Fuck you.
Well, it's like, even if you took them to the vet would tell you there is no hope for these babies to survive. In fact, it's very rare for conjoined anything to survive very long, other than a human being, of course, and sometimes it depends on where they're conjoined at.
My little pony, baby pony. They're such cute ponies, everyone. My little pony, baby pony. Baby cotton candy. You is so much baby fun. Moon dancer. I love to feed you with baby firefly. And put on your little diaper too. Each sold separately.
I feel sorry for them.
You should. So apparently somebody ass raped them.
I feel sorry for them. I want to take care of them. I can't help it. Maybe it's the puppies. I blame the puppies. It's their fault.
Look. Back to the video I was playing. There's a little bit, just 3 minutes or so left. Yeah, exactly. There's somebody who sees that and gets turned on, unfortunately.
Ew.
I am a little concerned that this may be the person that Lilith is speaking of.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, look. It's more likely Goon Room.
Yeah.
You do have a point. It could be Mikey, yeah.
This is going to turn into a very nice toboggan pretty soon here.
Oh, no, it's not what we're after at all.
I thought you said when you came in here that we'd like to purchase 5 toboggans.
What? Who said the word toboggan? You said toboggan.
He seems pretty confident. Maybe we did say that.
You don't happen to have a large circular spinning stage that runs on charge.
And can fit like 400 characters at any given moment.
All I got is a toboggan display rotating device. That's nothing like what you just said.
So if we look over, is there a 400-person size circle with a bunch of toboggans on it that says rotating?
Oh, no, that's too bad.
Before this, you want to purchase 5 toboggans.
No, we do not need the toboggan.
No, don't need the toboggans.
That's somebody else. I don't know who you were talking to. When we came here, there was nobody here. Why are you making toboggans all the way down here? Who the hell's buying a toboggan? It's like summer here, year round.
This guy's about to go bankrupt. He needs the money so badly.
Peggy, it's that duck guy.
Which one?
Well, you know, he was all like, oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, he had kind of a lisp.
Don't they all?
Hey!
Says.
All he sees is my clown mask slowly rising up over the rim of the rum barrel.
Nestor, are you okay? You look rough, buddy.
Nesta, how many fingers am I holding?
I saw a mom and her son all cut in half, but their legs had flipped over, and it was actually quite comical.
Yeah, I remember that too. Actually,
you saw that?
I was right there.
Nestor, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Nestor.
Oh, really?
It's not your fault.
That's the most clarity Bitsy's ever had.
So when I took it upon myself to serve as the safety inspector and promised everyone that it was very, very safe and to tow.
That was you?
Yeah.
Well, that was your responsibility.
You just said it wasn't my fault.
I know you were the safety inspector. That was your fault. That was your fault.
Well, that was quick.
What you writing? What you writing, you weird freak?
Writing. We actually don't have to worry about that. I don't know why they still do this, because bats can't spell. I guarantee if he turns that paper around right now, that's just squiggles.
Hey, turn that paper around. Let me see that paper.
Maybe a doodle or something. She says aggressive.
Bats communicate via echolocation, so we gotta echo at it.
Stop writing.
Stop writing.
Stop writing.
Right.
Hey, stop writing.
Stop right.
Stop writing.
Oh.
Stop Various interjections.
Are you gonna pretend to have rabies again?
Only if I have to. We never got the command word.
Well, I wish you wouldn't joke about it. I have a phobia now.
A phobia of joking or rabies?
The rabies, it's the most deadly virus on earth.
That's true. That's actually very true. You're right. We shouldn't be joking about it. It's very serious.
You'll be all right as long as you guys got your shot.
Reminder to go to the doctor.
Extremely serious. Yes.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Bitsy.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Big Ned.
Hi, Big Ned. I'm Bitsy.
Bitsy, I'm Big Ned. I'm a goon.
Yeah, I'm a tiny mouse. My name's Bitsy. How are you?
I'm all right. A little hungry for some clam dogs.
Do you have any more?
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, I'll have some. No, you go ahead.
We enter a loop, and this happens for 2 hours. The bat at the end of it is just hundreds of pages. How are you? I'm good. My name's Bitsy.
They prepared to do it off.
I'm not the hero.
That would be like some of our games.
Hi, Big Ned. Oh no! You know me. Our games would get so much more twisted than that.
Get
You
twisted.
know, my demented mind.
But
Actually, we did do a RPG game years ago now, but and I made their characters their balls grow real big, and then they were going up a mountainside and they had to drag their balls up the whole way.
yeah, I remember. I remember that.
It's kind of like, you give them this choice or that choice, and it's easy choice, right? And they pick the wrong one, they get punishments for it.
Oh, that game was very strange. Very, very, very strange.
I still think we should have a tabletop RPG on stream.
You can, but I don't know. I would probably do like pre-record it, not have it live, because you want to pick out the best stuff and edit all the boring shit out of it.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something about these viewers. Not all of them, of course, but a good many of them. If you have 2 fucking seconds of silence, they're gone. They're like goldfish. Their attention span's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Over here. No, over here. No, that's not doing anything. Over here. These motherfuckers probably got 10 tabs up with 10 different streamers going at once. And it's like, no, this is boring. Let me click over to the next one.
Yeah. That's probably how it is.
Oh, that's exactly how it is.
And I don't want to insult anybody, but we all know it's true.
I was reading what Lilith said. She said, I make tags on walls, make hamsters. He be 30% balls. unrelated. Could you imagine the gigantic? Oh God, it'd be like those rats with the huge balls, and you're dragging them along on the ground.
Myself, I'm not so, divided with the attention. Typically, not always, but typically, when I put my attention to something, I deeply put my attention toward it.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm just speaking of me. I do understand a lot of people, especially younger people, or younger than me, that is. Still not that fucking young, but still, are increasingly developing ADD or ADHD.
Yeah.
Just like more people are having autism, and who can say as to why, but it is an apparent truth.
Well, I didn't read it. I was watching a doctor talk about that kind of thing. And they say,
he says, I blame TikTok. I wonder if TikTok was a byproduct of them already having it and them discovering, hey, this is what's going to play really well toward them. TikTok may have increased it for some of them. They may have gotten into that rhythm of things and it increased it for them. But I kind of wonder if TikTok wasn't a byproduct of them having it beforehand. But go ahead.
Well, I watched a study where a doctor, a pediatrician, said that parents that give their children electronics at a very young age, when they're developing their minds and stuff like that, they will develop ADHD and all these other things.
I'll tell you what my parents gave me, a shovel, a shovel and a fucking pick. Literally, they put my ass to work. And when they weren't doing that, they were beating my ass. That's what I had.
But what that does is when you give a young child electronics like that to keep them.
Hello?
The power is fluctuating here, so she may have lost connection.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing over here.
She froze in the stream like... But anyway, every time we freeze on camera, we got some funny face going on, so that's some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was saying she watched a documentary where one possible cause is they're giving these young people electronics earlier and earlier, and they're developing attention deficit disorders.
Yeah. People are definitely having shorter attention spans.
Frozen, more queen of the pugs.
She's queen of the pugs. Guess I'm king of the cats.
King of the pussy.
Yeah.
I very well knew already tonight would be a slow night, so I didn't hardly prepare much material. I got some slower going material. It's just me reading shit, which I don't think people take to that too well. But if my power doesn't give out, I'll probably end up doing that at some point.
Yeah. I think that video you showed was pretty good.
Well, yeah, you originally showed me that creator, and I thought it was funny as hell myself.
Yeah. Especially the one about the perverts in the walls.
Wait, were you on the wall?
Not yet.
Okay, well, waiting for her to play something that's like I don't know, like a minute. Yeah, a little more than a minute long.
I'm not the hero the world wants, and I'm not the hero the world needs, but I am the hero that the world gets before my uncle died. He told me I was special, and I'm gonna prove he was right. Whoa! Ow. I'm gonna fight all the bad guys and be a hero.
Masked criminal Spooderman strikes again.
Whoa, they're posting pictures of me. Hey, I'm here to save the day.
Oh God, Spooderman, please don't. It's in my mouth.
Spooderman, help me!
Mary Jane! Not again. Maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Spooderman.
Who are you?
I'm Venom.
Oh my gosh, it's more pictures of me.
Yes.
Yeah, the power kicked me off for a minute, but I'm back.
Yeah, Spider-Man thing.
Weird of Blight says, I know this guy. Yeah, the gimped Spider-Man, the Spooderman.
Oh.
But Lilith says, guess what? I looked up when my parents let me be alone for weeks having the internet back in the day. Faces of Death, maybe. I don't know. Maybe some porno. I don't know.
Yeah, she said what she looked up.
So I was essentially right. Actually, the whole Faces of Death thing was maybe a decade or 2 decades before the whole Rotten.com. Same ideology there.
Yeah.
Fuck, I guess I'm old.
Well, you know, the Faces of Death, all it was a damn snuff film. You know?
Well, yeah, that's, you know, Rotten.com back in the day was a website that had a bunch of very not safe for life kind of stuff on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had the right idea there. I was just a decade or 2 off.
But, you know,
it's bad when all my references come from decades ago and it's like, fuck, I keep forgetting that I'm old.
But, you know, I'm just not going to sit there. I never got the appeal of that kind of stuff anyway. I'm not going to sit there and watch that kind of stuff. I mean, if it's like a movie or something, and I know logically, I know that it's fake, that's one thing. But when it's the real thing, I'm not going to sit there and watch it. That is not my cup of tea at all, period.
Yeah, mine either.
I know when that first came out, my dad rented it at the movie store because he thought it was a horror movie. And we found out real quick that it was not. And my mother said, we can't have this kind of thing in the house. So give the kids nightmares.
You rented VCR tapes, or as some people call them, VHS tapes. Before that, just a few years back, tapes, but the players were so expensive, nobody could really afford it.
Yeah.
But when the VCR players, or VHS, like some people know them, came down, you know, it became more affordable, and then everybody rented movies. And yes, the Faces of Death was available at first, and then a lot of places banned it when they caught on what it was.
Yeah. Well, my dad, the only way he could rent movies is he'd go by the pictures on the box because he couldn't read that good.
I remember you used to have to rent the player from the place you got the tapes from.
Yeah, we had to rent the VCR too. And he got that movie thinking it was a horror movie. And at that time, Mom did too, because she read the title and it was like, okay, fine. The kids like horror movies. So
the thing is, it was called VHS here too, but most people just called them VCRs and VCR tapes. They just ignored, you know, what was on the label. I'm not entirely clear why, but that's the way it went.
I remember when we would go rent movies, it was a whole event. I mean, we would get pizza and rent movies and make a whole weekend out of it.
Back in the day before before everything was at your fingertips. When you did things, it was an event. It was fun as a motherfucker because whatever you were getting, you only did it like once a week, or in some cases once a month, some cases less than that, and you didn't know what it was gonna be. You just went by the picture on the front.
Yeah.
But things were way more fun when you didn't have the world at your fingertips.
Yeah, because you could discover a lot of new things that way.
When you got into music, you got all the fucking way into that music because you couldn't just go, nah, hit the fucking button and here's something else and do that forever. It just wasn't an option. So when you got music, you truly got into that fucking music.
Yeah.
I can remember being a kid waiting. We'd have our radios and stuff, and we would sit there with the radio and a tape player, and we would wait for the song to come on. And the minute the song came on, we hit record, and that's how we'd make our mixtapes.
Yeah, there was a way to copy records also, but it wasn't that common of a thing. But when it came to tapes, yeah, everybody had a bootleg copy of stuff.
Yeah, because nobody could get.
And VCR tapes, that after a while, everybody had bootleg copies of movies.
Yeah.
Yes, kids need to touch grass, but guess what? So do a lot of adults now.
Oh yeah, they do.
And no one likes to hear that. It's like, oh, I'm being a smart ass. I'm being an asshole. It's like, sure, I might tell you something you already know, but you're still doing it. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay, I want to be fair. Sometimes I have to tell myself that. Sometimes I have to say, get off this fucking computer, fuck those internet people, and go live some real life. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's important for a lot of people for their mental health. You know, if you stay on the internet all the time and worry about who's doing what, you're missing out on a lot of stuff.
Says I touch grass many times already, and I will anytime I need to. Okay, good. But it also, to be honest, sounds a little bit like I can quit the drugs anytime I want to. No, really, I can quit. See, look, I just quit. I just quit yesterday for a day, and I haven't had them in a day. It sounds a little like that.
Lilith said her cousin and her, I guess, they do bonfires and they go hunt mushrooms. Ooh, mushroom hunting. Oh,
I guess that's part of it. I guess there's more coming because, yeah, I've done all that kind of thing before. But if you're looking for the psilocybin type mushrooms, the magic mushrooms, don't be with a group of idiots. They're gonna find the wrong thing and kill everyone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or best case scenario, everyone's gonna have the shits for a week or more.
Yeah. Oh, she says hunting and mushroom. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Bonfires are great. They really are. But, if you're somebody that never gets off the internet, you're going to be out there going, I'm exposed. Why I'm outside? I don't like the way this feels. That's what they mean when they say touch grass. You are a mammal. You are a mammal on Earth. And somewhere you've forgotten this. And you never need to lose touch with that.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing to lose touch with that.
Yeah, I try to get out whenever I can.
And when I say this, I'm speaking to somebody who's lost track of that myself a few times. So when I'm telling people touch grass, don't take it too harsh because I'm also telling myself. I'm reminding myself as I'm telling you. So, don't take it too harshly.
I think the thunder's scaring the puppies. I hear small and feisty, and they're barking at the thunder. She's in there telling it to shut up. She's barking at God.
Hey, it's time for me to read some web pages. The boring part, but it don't matter. Apparently, people think I'm boring anyway. They don't show up. Some do, and I'm always grateful for the ones that do show. X-Files reboot. Ryan Coogler, yes, Coogler, says his X-Files reboot is officially next on his slate, and he's aiming to scare the hell out of you. The Black Panther filmmaker, oh, fuck no.
Oh.
We know how this is going to be already now, don't we?
Yeah.
The X-Files reboot has also been described as diverse, which sets off red flags. But from Coogler's latest comment, hopefully it turns out okay, as he is aiming to please the fans. If you're aiming to please the fans, we don't need no fucking forced diversity.
Yeah.
If you have to write, we need a black person here and we need a gay person here, that is not diversity. That is forced diversity. If we do our jobs right, it will be really fucking scary. Here's the thing. I watched the X-Files when it was originally on TV. And I didn't watch it to be scared. I watched it for intriguing story, for the concept that others could believe in UFOs and all such, because I've always been open to the idea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I want to believe, or whatever, you know, that tagline from the show. I didn't watch it to be scared. And the fact that they're looking at the X-Files and going, this is a horror show. Huh?
Is
it just me?
It's always been like a thriller sci-fi show. I've never seen any horror in it.
Well, for me, it was a mystery and, you know, kind of a
Yeah,
paranormal kind
mystery
of thing.
was a gigantic part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The mystery, the effects, the sci-fi of it all. But horror?
No,
Where the hell are they coming from with this?
I never got horror from it.
I mean, there's not even a few episodes where they tried to spin it as a horror a little bit, but they never leaned hard into that at all, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some episodes make it a bit horror. There may have been a couple or a few that they aimed that way, but for the most part, no. It is going to be the woke files. I absolutely agree with that.
I will be right back.
You remember a few years ago, they tried to continue the X-Files with the original actors. And unless I'm mistaken, they then tried to continue it with a different set of FBI agents. And both failed hard.
Yeah. I don't think they ever released the episodes with the new people, and I think it got canceled before then. But yeah,
I think they had like one or two, but anyway. But a horror.
Yeah.
Why can't they just leave it alone? I mean, it was it's a classic as it is.
Okay. Coogler continued, we're going to try to make something really great and really be something for the real X-Files fans and maybe find some new ones. The X-Files fans didn't watch it for horror or diversity. So, yeah, where the fuck? He needs to pull his head out of his goddamn asshole. Where do they find these motherfuckers that, you know, they're like, we're going to leave it up to you and you're going to make a big hit? No.
Yeah.
No,
no.
It's retarded.
They can't leave well enough alone. They always got to put this bullshit in it.
Yeah. We should make our own version of the X-Files.
Well, that's like that show, the Last of Us, the season 2. I don't even want to watch it, you know, because it's just going to be a bunch of woke nonsense, and that's all it's going to be.
Okay, so it's been a while since I watched X-Files. They had some horror episodes. I know they had some. I can't tell you how many, but the majority of the show was not horror based. Now, to continue on this trend, Highlander, which now they have Henry Cavill for Highlander. He's one of those actors who, you know, he's like a model looking and he's muscled up, but I cannot say he's a good actor. He's one of those.
Oh.
Henry Cavill and director Chad Stahelski, I guess that's how you say it. Highlander film has reportedly found a new home at Amazon's United Artists Studio. Amazon is now known for being super woke. The film was previously at Lionsgate as part of Chad Stahelski's overall deal that he signed with a production company back in 2024, January. The Highlander reboot or reimagining has been in the works for a number of years, going as far back as 2017, where Stahelski's informed Collider he wanted to make both films and TV shows with the series. He said, "We're currently doing a bit of work on the overall plot structure. Where I came on board, they were trying to reinvent the single Highlander property." Now, the Highlander movies went off the rails. That their stories started conflicting, and it just didn't go well. But I doubt that's how they're planning on fixing. They're not even looking at as a fix, probably as a potential fix. We want to develop a property that can give us, and again, it's not about the marketing. It's not so much about the financials. It's about how can we make a more mythological chapter 1, chapter 2. What a great way to tell a story. That would be good if they made it a touch more mythological and, buffed up the story more. Unfortunately, the way things go now, I can't imagine that actually happening without them forcing a bunch of crap into it, making it a fluff action piece film.
Yeah, they're gonna ruin it.
That sort of sense of a tragic warrior was more of a story to tell rather than just a cool guy with a sword doing cool things, and this goes even deeper into that. So I guess they're going deeper into the fact that he's had to watch all the people die, and and he's a tragic warrior, which that, depending on how they do it, that could play off well. We're bringing it forward from early 1500s in the Highlands to beyond present day New York and Hong Kong, and seeing how it goes. I'm a little confused by that line. That would imply that they're saying they're not starting him off in the 1500s. But later on in this, it does say he's over 500 years old. So I am really confused on that one. And you get to experience someone that's trained over 500 years and sort of played with many types of martial arts. If you're a 500-year-old warrior that depends on not getting your head chopped off and chopping other heads off, you're not going to toy around with martial arts and, half-ass learn them. You're going to be a master, and you've had 500 years to do so.
Yeah.
Well,
I see this mindset is going to fuck this franchise already.
Well, the thing is the Highlander story was already, it delved into his life back when he first started, and it delved into the things that he would do over the years through flashbacks and stuff like that. And then it came.
Well, okay, there was the movies, which, like I said, they started being conflicting story-wise and going off the rails with it. But then there was the TV series, which I honestly didn't care for. But yes, I suppose with all of it, they did do flashbacks and they did try to flesh out that part of the story. I can't imagine them making it better than it was, even with all of its flaws.
No, I don't see it either. I mean, there should be only one. The rest of them can go fuck right on off,
Yeah.
But if you was in that situation and the only way you could die was to have your head cut off, Wouldn't you be getting some of those African or Indian Hindu rings to put around your neck or some shit like
Hell
that?
yeah.
when you
I'd have a neck brace at all times.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to. You'd wear them rings.
Chainmail
Yeah.
around there at all times.
Yeah. Sleep
Now,
in that shit.
You don't want pure metal because it could actually get crushed and take your head off. But chainmail would be your best bet for the ability to maneuver, the ability to take damage for multiple reasons. You know, just look up the usefulness of chainmail and how valuable it actually was in its time.
Yeah, that's true. But I digress. Because I know a lot of women in certain tribes wear those rings around their necks and their wrists and arms and legs to keep tigers from killing them. That's why they wear those. And they wear them to the point to where if they were taken off, their neck muscles would be so damn weak that it couldn't hold their head up.
Well, it's like Lilith says, their new ideas needs new ideas are so hard. But well, the thing is everything's been done. That still doesn't stop them from making a immortal warrior story.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't know if it's the changing of generations or what it is, but if they make it now, it will be bad.
Well, it's like that damn Outlander bullshit, you know? I mean, all it is grape and death. That's it. That's all you get. You don't get nothing else. And I'm like, who in their damn right mind would want to sit there and watch that shit? I mean, but that's just my opinion. Other people like it. So if they redo this Highlander, I'm betting it's gonna turn out kind of like that, where it's just all manner of woke bullshit, and it's just gonna be terrible.
Yes, I have no doubt about it.
Are you getting sleepy, Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get ready for everything tomorrow soon.
Yeah, you
Wake
don't
up.
have to go to work. You got to go to work.
Yeah.
You know, Lilith has a point. They seemingly want to kill the past, and they will use the past to kill the past. They will take everything that was once good and ruin it.
Oh, yes, Lilith. I remember Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I like the originals, you know, with Mark Hamill in it and Yoda and all them. I do not like the remakes. The remakes are an abomination to the franchise.
Speaking of Star Wars, I'm going to play a short clip that's a parody of Star Wars. And what it makes me think of immediately is today's slang. I'm not a big fan of any slang. I don't generally like slang words. I'll use a few, but today's slang in particular, ooh. And let me demonstrate it with this clip.
Before the Ops ended his Mew streak. Luke, you must learn the ways of the Riz.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're cooked. We need your help.
That Gyat's drippier than Lunchley cheese. We have to save her.
Once you learn the ways of the Riz, you will be able to defeat Darth Diddy.
I'm just a skibbity farmer from Talk to a Ween.
You're in Ohio, Luke. You could be a Sigma.
I need to learn how to beat that mouth breather now so I can riz up that Gyat.
At the end of your winter arc you will, but master the still water first you must.
Luke, I need to talk to you about Leia.
Why didn't anyone tell me I've been trying to riz up my sister?
You must master, and your saber must you joke, or crash out you real, young skippity walker.
I'm ready to face the mouth breather.
Quit yapping, Luke. I am your auger.
No, you're moldier than Lunchley cheese.
Just put the fries in the bag.
I didn't understand most of that.
I didn't either.
I can't stand it, especially when you get these 30 and 40-year-olds trying to talk like the teenagers talk. I cringe so fucking hard. Is it just me or what?
Yeah, me too.
I do too. I just kind of look at them like they've lost their damn mind.
They understood every reference. Isn't that some shit?
Well, Lilith, you're better at it than I am because I didn't understand a damn thing except they were gooning for their sister. That's about all I understood. So, I mean, but she said she will write and talk like some ass butts. Well, it's kind of like,
you know, you got two things driving the slang culture and the way they like to change it like every 5 years or so. To my understanding, because I am not the authority on all knowledge, like I am the all-knowing and nobody else can know a goddamn thing because I'm not an asshole like that, you know. You see, because some people are, but not me. To my understanding, the way I see it, you got the black people who like to change up the way they talk to separate themselves from white people. And the moment white people start talking like them, they change it again. And then you have anime, which it may play a much lesser part, but I still believe it plays a part, whether it be the Japanese culture or the way they translate it to English. I'm betting slang comes over from those two things and the you know, the black people, but it drives it to where language is changing like every 5 years, but it's getting more retarded. And you got people that's full well adults trying to keep up with it. And I don't know if they just want to feel cool or what the deal is.
Yeah. I don't understand it either, but I'm gonna have to get up here now and get some rest for working everything tomorrow.
Skibbity. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
bye, Phoenix.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Bridget.
Bridget. And one more bye.
Bye, Kitty.
What did I tell you about showing your pussy on camera?
They're both in here right now because of the storm.
Yeah, they're scared.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, now
it's us.
I have a $5 donation.
Oh, play the $5 clip. Play the $5 clip. Play the $5 clip.
So I want to catch up with people saying bye to Phoenix because apparently I'm slow on it. Okay, but anyway, yeah, people are saying bye to Phoenix, and we got $5, which I'm very grateful for. Roadkill is cool as fuck. I've talked to him. He's been on the show before, and yeah, he's cool as fuck, and he's a veteran, and yeah, thankful for that as well. And there we go, a $5 clip. It's a short one, but it's something.
Oh, I'm sorry. You caught me.
Oh, and let me not forget, unless I'm mistaken, Roadkill also streams himself playing games, unless I'm mistaken. There's so many that stream themselves playing games, I lose track. I know Dan does, Goon Room does, there's a good many of them. I believe Roadkill is one as well. Look them up. As you see there, Roadkill 101. Look them up on YouTube and Rumble.
The $5 clip is my favorite because I like the song in it, and I like the girl too, but she's my favorite. But here we are.
I see. We have someone agreeing that Roadkill is a nice man.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, this summer I will be not yet. I will be not yet. I will be not yet. Okay. So he will be streaming I take it gameplay footage, but not
okay.
yet. But look forward to him and his stream.
Oh, Lilith, do you know what I discovered in Noise? I wanted to tell you both, or everybody. The puppies like metal music.
Hey, got another $1 here. Roadkill 101.
Play the $1 clip. Play the $1 clip. Play
Okay,
the
I'll
$1
play the $1 clip, but it's kind of boring because it's just $1. But hey, it's something. Okay, now you were saying
when you played that clip, Fizz Gig, she perked up and she did not like that clip at all. She did not like that clip at all. I like the $5 clip. Is the other clip for like?
Yeah, I have yet another clip, and it's for when somebody buys a membership. Because here's the thing about memberships: when you buy a membership or gift a membership on here, they don't take a cut out of it. So yeah, when you buy or gift a membership on here, I believe you can gift them, but whatever the case, that's great because they don't take a cut out of it.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how that works.
And we have Weird of Bly partying with a dog, I think.
It's a pug. Yes, our pugs like metal music, especially the puppies. They like it because it goes with their energy. They like it. Oh, Lilith, you should put your music on a channel so everybody can hear it. Metal pugs.
Okay, bring up a page here. Get back to the beginning of it. Look at me, so professional. Marvel Comics announces new swimsuit special for the first time in 30 years. Pin-up book to tease future Marvel rival costumes. So, yeah, back 30 years ago and more, they used to have a comic that just showed the people in swimsuits. Of course, back then, it primarily focused on the females. Now they're using it to tease future Marvel rival costumes, which I take it, I tried Marvel Rivals, didn't like it, but I take it you buy costumes for them. And they're showing them beforehand in this swimsuit special. Marvel Comics has shockingly announced for the first time in 3 decades, and ostensibly in order to bank off the massive success of the Marvel Rivals hero shooter, this summer we'll see the release of a brand new Marvel swimsuit special. The way they draw them now seems a touch homoerotic, and I do not believe it used to be that way. Is it just me, or do you see it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
A staple of early 90s comic book culture, the Marvel swimsuit specials were intended as a parody of the annual Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. And yes, clearly they are going for the LGBTQ, what the fuck ever, the queers, right? Clearly they're going for the queer market now.
I guess that's supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yeah. Anyway, the special will not only present readers with a hot new look of all their favorite characters, but do so as part of an original story. How are they going to have a swimsuit story? Are they going to have a whole fucking book based on them in bikinis and acting kind of gay?
It's like Baywatch.
Yeah, it's nonsense. It's fluff crap. Again, yeah, that's supposed to be Spider-Man, and I think that's Psylocke.
Okay.
Yeah, the old swimsuit specials they used to do weren't like this. It's like something you'd see in a gay club with the men in it, right?
Yeah.
You see it, don't you?
Oh yeah, look at them little booty shorts. Oh my goodness. They are really reaching, you know.
Yeah, reaching for what exactly?
Yeah, I don't want to know what they're reaching for, but they reaching.
They're reaching for the sausage.
They're reaching for something. Because, I mean, the girls they've got drawn there, they're, you know, typical, you know, they're swimsuits, they're nice, but the men is like, oh my goodness.
I agree. Marvel and DC are dead.
Yeah. That is something I never could do is draw, make art comic book style. I never could do that. Never. I've tried. I don't know why. It's just, it never comes out right. Every time I try to create a comic book character, it always turns into this weird, macabre thing. You know, I'm not saying it's not good. It's just, I can't do it. And I studied anatomy, so. Ladybug's right. Marvel is always gay baiting these days, and it's sad and disgusting. It is.
Yeah, the term generally, that, as to my knowledge, because I am not the almighty knowing and nobody else can know a goddamn thing. To my knowledge, the term is queer baiting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And when you use that term, it really pisses off the queers, which is ironic now, isn't it?
Yeah, it
I guess
is.
it don't take much to bait them, does it?
No. But who was that comic artist that did these hyper realistic pieces? I cannot remember his name.
You know, I can't think of it either, but he's you know, very renowned, very, very well known for
Yeah.
I cannot think of it.
Now, I used to be able to create art like that. But after I had my seizures, after I had started having seizures and things, I can't do that. It always turns into this weird, macabre stuff. It's good for Halloween,
Well,
you know.
no, I like dark art. I've always appreciated macabre art. It don't have to be morbid, you know. I just like dark art. I like
Yeah.
dark things.
But Noise gave me an idea on creating pieces of art with wax. And I found out that canvas takes wax very well. So I created a bunch of stuff with it, and it's neat too. I like doing it.
Oh yeah, bring up another page here. A movie about a pixelated mining game made more than $300 million globally on its opening weekend, over twice that reported budget of the film. Meanwhile, Disney's Snow White remake struggled to add a few million measly dollars on its third weekend. I think the message is clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
As it turns out, making a movie for the fan base without concern about modern socio-political commentary on diversity or inclusion actually makes money.
Really?
I'm not a fan of Minecraft, and I don't think it should be the thing you're introducing all the little children to. You think about it, back when it was the Ninja Turtles or the G.I. Joe or the Transformers, it was people doing the impossible, taking up for those who need help, and they were learning skills or to battle or whatever, right? And this is some pixels, like some blocks hitting blocks. I don't like the idea of encouraging that. I'd rather encourage something greater. But since we're here, you know, it's better this than some woke crap.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's better to do this than shove identity politics down their throat.
Here you'll see some reaction, the way the kids reacted. No, here's the thing. This basically says is how kids reacted, but those were adult voices. Unfortunately, you will get like 30-year-olds and maybe older that are, you know, that much into that kind of thing and will pay money to go see the movie. I'm not going to get into all of that and my thoughts on it. Let's just move on. The chicken jockey, I don't even know what that's about, but the chicken jockey scene where little zombie rides a chicken in a cage fight. Again, this is a movie based off a simplistic mine and build game made for kids. Actually got police involved in several instances. So apparently they would go into the movie theaters and that scene caused the people to go nuts in the theater, I guess tearing things up and cheering, I suppose. Let's be clear. This movie is slop. Oh, I so agree. I agree. Wholeheartedly, I agree. If you still need context, watch this clip.
Let's go fight some pigs. I'm ready. I'm done with those pigs. Yeah, me too.
Let's do it for Gargar.
Did she just say let's go fuck some pigs?
I thought so.
But moving on.
First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. 1, 2, 3. You should all say that on 3. Show us.
Sometimes slop works. Slop can be funny. I'm not against well done slop, if that makes sense. I'm against all kinds of slop. But anyway, after all, Minecraft isn't a game meant for sophisticated thinkers. It's a game where boys can tap out of the real world, which has nothing but hate for them, and scratch the masculine urge to build new worlds without being lectured by the woke message. That's great, I suppose. I would rather they get out and really build things. I would like to see them learn to use the tools and work with their hands and then feel the sense of accomplishment from that. And to be able to stand there and go, I made that. Actually, this brings to mind a real incident we had once.
Oh, I remember this.
Those two grown men, and they were talking to each other. One of them said to the other, I built a ladder. And, you know, I looked at them and was like, hey, good. You know, I've built a lot of things. And I started talking to them and they were stunned and they stopped and they looked at me and says, no, in Minecraft.
I felt so stupid because I
felt bad for them. I didn't feel stupid. I thought they were stupid because here I am. I've built houses, you know, I've built sheds. I've built porches. I've built all kinds of things, right? And I hear two grown men talking, bragging that they built something, and then they come to find out they didn't build a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
They played a video game.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
the conversation went on for a few minutes before they finally told that they were talking about a game.
Yeah. But back to my point, I'd rather these young boys be out really building things. So here it is showing a Redditor built an entire universe inside of Minecraft. So basically, they didn't touch grass. They threw their life away on a shitty game.
Well, it's pretty.
I'm not impressed. I mean, sure, they spent a lot of time doing this and they did build something, but not actually. They played a game. Warner Brothers took a silly game meant for prepubescent boys, made the corniest, sloppiest plot of an action adventure movie ever, and put it out there and made a killing. But the fact that young men are so hungry for stories that speak to them and woke stories don't speak to them says something about the current culture movement. I agree. Parents are even posting messages like this to emphasize how their sons were captivated by the film. So they're using this picture as an example.
Yeah.
Well, that's all well and good. I would still rather see boys engaging. I mean, whether it be the way the Boy Scouts used to be, or whether it be building something. You know, I would rather see them accomplishing.
Yeah. Because in the end, those life skills are needed for survival, and they cannot get those life skills.
There's a great by Midnight Ladybug. Woke stories don't speak to anyone but the woke. Oh fuck, that's really dead on. It really is.
Yeah, it is. And now, now you have so many younger people that don't even know how to go on a job interview. They can't half write. They can't read cursive. They don't know what anything is. And the future depends on those kids to be able to continue society as we know it, you know?
I'm not sure if I covered this $1 donation, but if I didn't, here it is. And I am so grateful for even 1 cent for you even being here. You know, that's great too. Here we go. You're looking like it. Where'd that window go?
No, I was watching Fizzgig. Every time that clip comes up, she gets mad. She gets kind of perturbed.
Oh, you know, it's like Lilith said, a lot of them can't even read or write, and the ones that can't do it very well. Yes, they need to be refocusing them, and instead of Minecraft and going, look, I built this and that in Minecraft, they need to be like, these kids will be like, look, we made a fucking dam to hold the water back, or you know, we dug a well, or we built a shed, or you know, and obviously, of course, they should educate them better on reading, writing, and such as well.
Yeah.
But I think in order to do that, you first have to make them feel good about themselves. Then the rest of it will begin to pick up. But as long as they're just on tablets and phones like this and like this, and they're going, look, I built this, you know, they're not gonna feel good about themselves. They're not gonna feel any real, true sense of accomplishment.
Well, the thing is when kids are little and they're discovering the world around them, and they're first learning how to write and read and do things like that, it's up to the parents to encourage that behavior. If they just stick a tablet in front of them or a game, it's a futile thing.
Lilith says she's speaking of cursive. Well, here's the thing. I come from a time where everybody learned cursive. And when I see somebody writing in print, I think it's a little kid. I mean, you know this, right?
Yeah.
When you see somebody write in print, what do you think?
I think that they're basically illiterate and they can only print.
Yeah, they're a simpleton, right?
Yeah.
While technically writing in cursive doesn't really change anything, for every previous generation, if you didn't write in cursive, you came off as a child.
Yeah.
It's very unprofessional. To write in print is very unprofessional.
Well, I know in the
Cursive looks better.
In the United States, on legal documents, as far as I know, you have to print and then you have to write your name in cursive to sign the document. I don't know.
Technically, you can do a squiggly line as long as it matches on the documents for the most part, technically.
Yeah.
But it sure looks a lot better if you write in cursive.
Yeah. Well, I know back in the day, once you learned cursive, it was an art form. I mean, you honed that skill to create your own distinct handwriting. And it was unique. Everybody's handwriting was different. So it's a lost art form. I mean, my God, the government is wanting volunteers to read cursive letters in the National Archives because they can't get anybody to do it. So there you go. I weep for the future.
Did you hear about how they took some celebrity women and sent them to space? And here's the thing. They didn't get all the way into space. They kind of went that in-between point, right?
Oh.
You know, and stayed for 10 minutes and came back, you know, acting like they were the shit. Oh, yeah, and I believe they paid millions in order to take this trip. Well, there's somebody essentially mocking it. And I just thought it was funny, so I'm going to play this for everybody.
I can't afford rent, gas, or food. We're in a global trade war. What are we going to do? Bro, didn't you hear? We're good now. Our problems are solved. Are you even listening to me? I can't afford to feed my kids. So unless a couple of has-been celebrities went into space, I don't want to hear it.
Bro, Katy Perry went into space. Don't give me hope. Are you messing with me? No. Did it. They went into space for 10 minutes. Did they come back thinking that they're better than everyone?
Yeah. Katy Perry said that you don't know the love inside of you until you've been in space.
Was it crowdfunded or funded by an evil billionaire?
Jeff Bezos. That's worse than Elon. It really isn't. Did they take away attention from actual female astronauts and undermine the intense process of actually becoming one? They all called themselves astronauts, and the trip an enormous victory for feminism. We're going to be okay. They saved us.
Okay, first of all, I want to welcome Valkyria Winter.
Hi, Valkyria. Oh, my God. You mean to tell me that all of the world's problems could be cured if we all went into space for 10 minutes? That's it. That's all it takes.
No, he was being sarcastic, obviously.
Oh, I know. I am too. Oh, that was a funny bit. Oh, my goodness. Maybe the storm has blown over. I hope so. Because the computer going off is not a fun thing. Because I was scrambling trying to get back on and stuff.
I'm going to play some clips that say a few words about the tariffs. It's just the only massive rocket she hasn't been on yet. I thought, you know, these were some smart words about the tariffs. So
where the fuck were all you social justice warriors when Biden was placing tariffs on all kinds of shit from China? Right here, May 14th, 2024, President Biden takes action to protect American workers and businesses from China's unfair trade practices. All of you cheered that on. You all cheered on Biden raising the tariff rate on electric vehicles from 25% to 100%. You cheered him on raising tariffs from 25% to 50%. You cheered him on putting a tariff on syringes and needles from 0% to 50%, and then a hike to 25% on other medical products. You cheered with joy when he upped the tariff from 7.5% to 25% on steel and aluminum. You guys are actually for tariffs. You're just not for it when Trump does it. So when Trump places tariffs, China's trade practices are fair and he's hurting American workers and businesses. But when Biden does it, their trade practices are unfair and he's helping American workers and businesses. You guys are fucking loony. I guess that's why your approval rating is in the fucking toilet.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, Biden had done some really horrible things, and basically some of the same stuff that Trump is doing, and Biden gets praised for it, and they try to throw Trump in the toilet.
It kind of goes to show you that these presidents do largely the same things. The only thing that really stands out of what Trump's done is go against the LGBTQ wokeism stuff, which I am so glad he has taken a stand against it. He's done some good things, but they do a lot of things identical that people never notice, that never make the news.
Yeah. Well, and Trump is getting the immigrant situation under, or he's trying to. He's getting all the immigrant stuff under control. That's another
very good thing he's doing. But those are the things that get the attention, and you have to ask, what are the things that are not getting the attention?
Yeah, I know. But everybody is against Trump, and
so it's not real. It's all fake. Come fucking on. Yeah, I mean, most of what they tell us is not real. They tell us what we like to hear or what will get them votes, or, that's true. Some of it may be true, but are we ever going to know the real truth? Probably not.
Well, that's like when Trump
we do know they are rounding up some immigrants. We do know that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a damn shame when immigrants can come here and get Medicaid and food assistance and all those things, and they take it away from people that actually need it, that were born here, and it's just not fair. And they can't even speak English, Like, okay.
Yeah, it's true. Some of the things he's doing is good, but I just wonder about the other things. No, they never tell us whole truths, and sometimes no truth at all.
Yeah.
Some things we can tell is actually happening, but to what extent and what came along with it, we don't know.
Well, that's like when he got into this argument with Zelensky. Zelensky went to the White House in a tracksuit. I mean, come on, show some damn respect at least. And he just basically told Zelensky that we've already given you so many $1 trillion and defense equipment and all that stuff, and we're not going to do it anymore. And then that's when the whole thing started. So, yeah.
So I'm going to play another person who has other words about the tariffs. He'll explain how they work a little better than the average person might understand it.
Chinese producers are all over social media right now, and they're exposing just who is targeted by Trump's tariffs. And it's not the American consumers, and it's not the Chinese producers. It's actually our international corporations who have sold out American prosperity for their own profits. Let me illustrate. Let's use this example at Nike. Now, these are fictitious numbers, just for example. But let's say that Nike buys shoes from this company that manufactures Nike shoes for $10 a Nike shoe, which isn't very far off. Nike turns around and sells that shoe at retail for $100. Here's the interesting part about tariffs. you're not paying tariffs on the retail price. This is not a tax in the classic sense. The way the economists who are bought and paid for are trying to conflate it as, it is a tax on the import. This means with a 25% tariff, Nike's going to have to pay $2.50 to the US government every time it imports a Nike shoe at $10. So this $2.50 gets remitted to the American government, to American citizens. Now Nike's cost $10 for the shoe, $2.50 for the import tax. This means they're netting $87 per shoe. Now that's net, not profit. There are going to be other costs that are going to have to come from that. But you can see that the increase in cost is $2.50. So let's say that Nike passes the entire cost onto the consumer, even a little more, just because of the fear of tariffs. $103 a shoe now. That is the impact of a 25% tariff. So what the Chinese producers on TikTok are saying, instead of the American consumer buying it for $103, or let's just say that the company Nike eats all $2.50 of the tariff and still sells it for $100, you're way better off over here, paying directly to China, including the tariff, $12.50 a shoe plus shipping. So as you can see, the tariffs are not meant to hurt consumers. They're not meant to hurt China. They don't really affect China at all. They're meant to protect American industry. They're meant to protect Americans from their corporations who will sell them out for a profit. So if you look hard, you'll notice that the people who are screaming about how bad tariffs are for consumers, it's these companies right here. It's Wall Street. It's all the investors in these companies, because they don't want American citizens to realize these companies have sold them out and that they're not doing Americans any favors.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically, we can order stuff from China at a cheaper cost than we can directly from the company. Well, that's okay with me.
Well, the thing is just about every one of them have their production in China. China makes it for them. And then they sell it back to America at a crazy inflated cost.
Yeah, that's true. That is good. That is very true. So the tariffs are basically an effort to clean all that up, if I'm understanding it right.
According to him. But the greed of these companies, they will probably never allow it to happen. It will probably just everything end up costing more for us because of the greed of the companies.
Yeah. It's always something.
But I believe that's all we have for the night. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a short show. But Mondays are so slow. There's so few people. There's a few more people tonight than usual Mondays, but still, Mondays are extremely slow. So I didn't prepare a whole hell of a lot of comment. And I decided to just have us on the panel tonight. So we could focus on articles more so. And there's not a lot of people beating down the door wanting to be here anyway. With that said, I have Lilith's support, and that's great. She's been an incredible supporter. She's been my number one supporter, actually. I don't mean financially. I don't mean like that. But I appreciate any donations. Obviously, I do. But you can show support just by showing support as well.
And remember, we are on YouTube and Rumble. And don't forget to donate if you can. Buy memberships or and all that kind of thing, and like and subscribe.
And remember,
Me! Just me! Love me!
she does it so I don't have to.
You should get a better looking girl. She still looks like that girl that used to live on the corner. Acts about that way too. But, you know what? I think Lilith comes here for the pugs.
She shows up to see you.
She comes for the pugs.
The next thing I'll be on is reality based on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Isn't it Wednesdays?
Yeah.
And then I'll do my show Thursday, which I might try to. Oh, this is moving on.
You're moving all over the place.
Thursday, I might try to have more material and have more people on here and make it more of a grand thing for however much I'm capable of doing so.
Oh.
If any of you want to be on the panel, let me know. You can look me up on maybe Discord or maybe Twitter. I can be found, But
shut up, Big Shirley.
but maybe I'll aim for more so of a show. This is going on 2 hours and 40 minutes. Maybe I'll aim for more so of a show Thursday. And Weird of Bly, he says, I come here to show off my nuts.
Oh.
New peanuts.
Lilith, my Boston Terrier, when I'm sitting on the couch and stuff like that, watching TV or whatever, she will put her front feet right here on my chest, and she will put her eyeball to eyeball right here. And I can't help but think it's like in the way you say, and she'll say, there will be cookies.
Lilith says she just wants to hang out, and it is very likely Thursday that she will be on the panel if she wants to. If she wants to, obviously. Dan usually he's more likely to show up on Thursdays, but you can never tell for sure about him. And then oftentimes the Goon Room and Daxnar shows up, although that gets weird. It gets weird.
They bring the weird.
Roadkill has been on the panel before. I'm hoping for more of a production Thursday, but for tonight, for the slow ass Monday, I will say again, thank you for the donations, the super chats. 2 from Furious Dan, 5 from Roadkill 101, and 1 from Roadkill 101. I believe that's all of them. There may have been one more, but that's all it's showing me at the moment. I think there may have been like another $1 or 2, whatever the case. Thanks everyone for the support. Thanks everyone for the donations. Hoping to see you Thursday, which we will likely have more people on the panel. No guarantee, but we'll see.
Oh, and if Small and Feisty hasn't went to her new home, she might make an appearance too. And so will Big Shirley. Nanette.
Yeah, another.
You fuckers need to repent!
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
About you. Oh, fucking do it again.
Yeah, Small and Feisty is my favorite too, Lilith.
Okay, any last words for the moment?
Don't forget to like and subscribe and donate if you can. And I will be here as well as Noise. And we appreciate everybody for coming and watching and having some fun with us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, everyone. And whoever deserves a fuck you, well, fuck you.
You're so silly.
You know who you are out there. No, but anyway. Anyway, bye, everyone. We're out. And I will say, keep bringing the noise, because we sure as fuck will.
Your feelings can fuck off, you non-binary bitch. Telling everyone we're wrong while you sexualize kids. Keep your pronouns in your pants. This ain't the time or place. Unless you think you can dance, I'll punch that confused face. My pronoun is pimp. The heavens proclaim.